Hello, welcome to our viewers. So for this video, we will be discussing the quartiles for ungrouped data. So our objective in this video is mas masabtan pa kung unsa day ng quartiles para sa ungrouped data. So sa katong mga wala pa kayo nakagets ani nga topic, hopefully makatabang ni nga video ninyo, especially since atuwa siyang sulayan o discuss in Bisaya. Unahon na to ang definition of the word quartiles. So what are quartiles? The quartiles are the three score points that divide the distribution into four equal parts. So example, naa kay set of numbers, naa kay set of data. So kung gusto nimo siyang bahinon into four equal parts, ang kanang mga utlanan niya in between, those can be considered as the quartiles. Now, 25% of the distribution below the first quartile, 50% are below the second quartile, and 75% are below the third quartile. So unsa may buti pasabot aning 25%, 50%, and 75%. So masabtan na to na sa mga next slides. Okay. Q1 is the lower quartile or the first quartile, and Q3 is the upper quartile or the third quartile. Hala, asa man si Q2 ani? Okay, so we have Q1 is less than Q2 and it is also less than Q3. So sa tulo na to ka quartiles, si Q3 or si third quartile or upper quartile ang naay pinakadako nga value, while si quartile 1 ang naay pinakagamay nga value. Now, si quartile 2 di ay is nothing but the median. So previously na-discuss na nato kung unsa ang buti pasabot sa median. So we know that median is the middlemost value in the given set of data. Now, if you are going to identify the difference between quartile 3 and quartile 1, this is actually the interquartile range. So unsa may buti pasabot anang interquartile range? So kung pananglitan makuha nimo ang value sa quartile 3 ug ang value sa quartile 1. Once i-minus nimo silang duha, ang iyang result is what we call the interquartile range. Okay, so now, let us look at this illustration. So as you can see, we have 4 bars right here. So just imagine nga isa ni siya katibuok nga bar. And then we decided to cut it into 4 equal parts. So this is the first part, second part, third part, and the fourth part. Obviously, for you to be able to cut this into 4 equal parts, naatay tulo ka utlanan diri. Kani sila karon ang mag-represent sa ato ang tulo ka quartiles. So the first one can be considered as the first quartile. Okay, kani ikaduha diri is the quartile 2, and ang naa diri is the quartile 3. Now, 25% of the data has a value which is less than or equal to quartile 1. Since mo man yung quartile 1, so meaning kani nga bar diri ang nagrepresent sa 25% sa data which is less than or equal to quartile 1. And then kani pud silang duha karon. So kay kani kay below man ni siya ni quartile 2, so that means 50% of the data has a value which is less than or equal to quartile 2. So kani sila kay duha man ni katag 25, so 50. Mas gamay ni siya compared ni quartile 2. But there are times that ang atong quartile 2 is mo equal pud siya ani dire, ang iyang utlanan niya mo equal pud siya diari. And then 75% of the data has a value which is less than or equal to quartile 3. So diri si quartile 3, and then ang data niya dire kani silang tulo ka bars is equivalent to 75%, which is mas gamay or usahay equal ni quartile 3. Obviously, the remaining 25% is higher or larger or greater compared sa ato ang 3 given quartiles. Now, there are actually different methods on finding the quartiles. So, if you're going to search on the internet, natay Moore and McCabe method, naputay Tukey's method. But this time, we are going to use the method which is also used in the modules and the books for Mathematics 10. And this one is the Mendenhall and Sinsisch method. Okay, So now, in solving for the quartiles of an ungrouped data using the Mendenhall and Sinsish method, we have this formula. So we have Q sub key is equal to key over 4 times the quantity of n plus 1. So diri karon kani si Q, of course, gigamit na ang Q kay quartiles mo na itong gipangita. And kaning key nga naa diri sa ubos represents karon kung unsa nga number, unsa nga position atong gipangita. So naa diri where k is the specific quartile position and n is the number of ungrouped data. So kaning n diri is kung pila ka numero ang naa sa atong given set. And kaning k is the specific position. So kung gipangita na to ang quartile 1, so of course 1 is siya diri. Then later on, isubstitute po nato ang 1 dinhi. So kung gipangita na to is quartile 3, so isubstitute na to ang 3 diri, isubstitute po nato ang 3 diri. So para mas masabtan nato ang quartiles for ungrouped data, so mag-discuss tag mga examples. Starting with example number 1, which is an example of an odd-numbered set. So odd meaning bungkig ang ato ang set of data. Here's the situation. Grace works as a cashier in a coffee shop. She recorded her sales per hour within the day. Her sales are as follows. So mo ni mga halin ni Grace sa kada oras sa isa ka adlaw nga nangabri siya sa iyang coffee shop. Nga nagtrabaho siya as cashier. So we have 3, 4, 9, 10, 13, 15, 15, 12, 8, 7, and 6. Now, our task is to find the value of all the quartiles. So, let's solve it. Okay, so using the Mendenhall and Sinsish method, let us recall the given. Grace's coffee shop sales per hour are as follows. We have 3, 4, 9, 10, 13, 15, 15, 12, 8, 7, and 6. Now, arrange na ba ni siya? Wala pa. So, take note that when you are going to solve for the measures of position for an ungrouped data, the first thing that you need to do is arrange the data in ascending order. So, sa may buti pa sabot ani. So, dapat, ang set of data nato is naka-arrange gikan sa pinakagamay padulong sa pinakadako. So, this is actually the basic. Mo gini ang pinakauna ninyong buhaton. Actually, pwede man ninyo siya pod gamitan og descending order or gikan sa dako padulong sa gamay. Pero, the common textbooks and references would always tell you nga ascending order ang buhaton. Although pwede ramang gihapon ang descending, pero for the purpose of uniformity, ascending lang ta. So now, after arranging all of these numbers, the final arrangement would be 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, and 15. Karon kaya na-arrange naman siya, we will proceed to the next step. Okay. Unahon na itong pangita karon ang quartile 2, which is the middle number or the median. So looking back at the arranged set of data, asa man diri karon ang ato ang middle number or the median. So, obviously, we have 9 as our quartile 2. Now, sunod na itong pangitaon is ang value sa atong quartile 1. And you are going to use the formula Q sub 1 is equal to 1/4 times n plus 1. So since quartile 1 man itong gipangita, of course, ang number diri sa numerator karon is 1. And since quartiles man ta, which is a score point which divides the set of data into 4 equal parts, so meaning 4 ang atong denominator diri. And of course, dili mawala ang n plus 1. So ang pangutana, pila gintoy n nato diri sa example? So ang n nato is 11 since there are 11 numbers in the set. So kay 11 man ka oras nga ngabri si Grace sa iyang shop, so therefore 11 ang ato ang n. Now, we are going to add of course si 11 ug si 1. The result would be 12. So karon mahimo na siyang 1/4 times 12. So how do we multiply this? Of course, ang numerator which is 1 ug ang number inside the parenthesis ang atong i-times. Take note ha, dili na to apilon ang 4 because understood maning 12 diri nga naay denominator nga 1. So meaning si 12, dili rin nato siya i-multiply sa 1. Dili i-appeal ang 4. So now let's multiply. 1 times 12 is 12. And then over 4. So since this is a fraction, what operation are we going to do? So kay fraction man, ato siyang i-divide. So 12 divided by 4, the result is 3. Ang pangutana, final answer na bining 3? Not yet. Because quartile 1 is the third number in the set. Take note, kaning 3 karon nga result diri is only the position. Since we are looking for the position of that given set of data. So quartile 1 atong gipangita diri, ang position daw niya is ang ikatulong nga numero sa atoang set. So now, since the quartile 1 is the third number in the set, pangitaon nato ang set og balik. So we have this. Kinsa may katulong nga number ani? Obviously, we have 6. So 6 ang ato ang quartile 1. Now, let's go to quartile 3. To find the value of the quartile 3, you're going to use this formula. So we have Q3 is equal to 3/4 times n plus 1. So again, kay 3 naman ang atong gipangita dere, third quartile man. So syempre, ang number sa atong numerator is 3 pod. So whatever is the number here should also be the number on our numerator. Now, recalling, pila ganito atong n? So 11 siya. Since there are 11 numbers in a given set, and then the same process nga gibuhat nato ganina, 11 plus 1 is equal to 12. And then, si 12 atong i-multiply ni 3. Walay apil si 4. Again, kay si 12 understood, denominator nga 1. So, dili na to i-appeal o multiply si 12 sa denominator which is 4. So, dire lang sila. So, 3 times 12 is equal to 36. So, 36 over 4. Pila man kung i-divide ang 36 og 4, the result would be 9. So, meaning, the quartile 3 in the set of data is the 9th number. So, looking back on the set, kinsa man ang ikasiyam dire? So, obviously, we have 13 as quartile 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Karon, summarizing, so these are the different values of our 3 quartiles. So quartile 1 is 6, quartile 2 is 9, and quartile 3 is 13. Now, what if pangutanon mo, pila ganito nga to ang interquartile range? So, unsaon ito siya pagkuha? So, the interquartile range is quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So, meaning the interquartile range is 13 minus 6, and the answer is 7. So, in this example, ang interquartile range na to is 7. Okay, now, let us have another example. Kaganina, odd-numbered set man to. This time, let us have an even-numbered set. So, kay even man, buti pasabot, dili bungkig. So, pares ang ato ang set of data this time. Now, here's the situation. Carl recorded the number of customers who came to this automotive shop each hour in the day. Below are the results. So, mauni karon ang gidaghanon sa mga customers sa automotive shop ni Carl. So, our task now is to find the value of all the quartiles. So, here it goes. So, using again the Mendenhall and Sensish method, so we have Carl's number of customers per hour are as follows. We have 5, 8, 11, 10, 14, 17, 15, 12, 10, and 9. Arrange na ba ni siya? So, wala pa. So, therefore, ato ara gyapon nga i-arrange ang data into ascending order. Just like what I have mentioned, maugid ni ang pinakauna ninyong buhaton kung mag-solve sa measures of position. Now, arranging it in ascending order, the resulting numbers would be 5, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, and 17. Karon kay arrange naman siya, let us solve for all the quartiles. Unahon nato ang quartile 2 or the median. The quartile 2 is the middle number. Since it is an even numbered set, meaning pares ang ato ang set of data, pares ang numero, the median is halfway between the two middle numbers. So kinsa man na siya? Dara. So looking at the arranged set of data, pila man ni ka numero? So we have 10 numbers. So meaning, ang ato ang median karon is somewhere in the middle of the fifth number from this part right here and from this part right here. So kinsa man ang mga ikalimang number gikan dire o gikan dire. So di ara. So si 10 o si 11 and ang quartile 2 nato is ang naa sa ilahang tunga. Ang pangutana kinsa man na? Di ara. The median of this set is the mean of the numbers 10 and 11. So since we are looking for the mean of 10 and 11, all we have to do is just to add the two numbers. So we have 10 plus 11. The result is 21. And then divide the both of them by 2, or the result divide by 2. So the result would be 10.5. So therefore, ang ato ang median karon is 10.5. Now, let's proceed to quartile 1. To find the value of quartile 1, kabalo na ta sa formula, we have Q1 equals 1/4 times n plus 1. So pila gani ang ato ang n ani nga given nga problem? So atong n is 10 since there are 10 numbers in the given set. Now, we will add the two numbers, 10 plus 1, the result is 11. And then we will multiply 1 and 11, the result would be, of course, 11. Now, 11 divided by 4, the result is 2.75, which if atua siyang i-transmute, erase, sorry, dili transmute. If atua siyang i-round off, the result would be 3. Anong 3 man? Since ang yang value after the decimal is 7, therefore mag-round up ta. So rounding up to the nearest integer, 2.75 becomes 3. So in this example, our quartile 1 is the third number in the set. So looking back at the set of data which is already arranged, kinsa may katulungan number diha? So we have the number 9. So therefore, in this example, the first quartile is the number 9. Karon, quartile 3 na po itong pangitaon. Okay. To find the value of quartile 3, of course, we're going to use this formula. Q3 is equal to 3/4 times n plus 1. So again, pila ganitong n na to kaganina? 10, because there are 10 numbers in the given set. So 10 plus 1, the result is 11. And then we multiply 11 by 3. Okay, so the result would be 33. And then 33 divided by 4, the result would be 8.25. Gi-round off nato, mahimo siyang 8. Nanong nahimo mang 8? It's because the value or the number after the decimal point is 2, which is below 5. Nga mo acceptable para mag-round up ta. So therefore, rounding down to the nearest integer, 8.25 becomes 8. So in this example, the quartile 3 is the 8th number in the set. So looking at the set of data nga arranged na, kinsa may kawalo nga numero diha? Of course, we have 14, which is our quartile 3. Now, summarizing the answers for this situation, so the quartile 1 is 9, the quartile 2 or the median is 10.5, and the quartile 3 is 14. Now, if we are going to identify the interquartile range, i-minus na po nato si quartile 3 si quartile 1. So, pila man? So, 14 minus 9, the result would be 5. So, our interquartile range is 5. Okay. So, that is how to identify the quartiles 1, 2, and 3 using the Mendenhall and Sinsisch method. Pero, kung master na kayo ka nga mo solve og quartiles for ungroup data, siguro na kayo nabantayan nga wala na ko gibuhat. Okay. There is actually one thing that we did not do in our second problem. Sa second problem nato nga even numbered set, nakabantay mo ko ganina pag solve nato sa position, di ba na ay decimal values. And then ato lang siya nga gi-round off. Karon, dili nato ma-consider nga exact value ang kaning mga na values nga naa dere 9 and 14 because resulta lang man ni siya after nato nga gi-round up and round down ang mga positions kaganina. So what if dili na to siya i-round up or round down? What if ang exact value itong pangitaon? That brings us to another method which is called the interpolation method. So diri sa interpolation method, of course, ato ang buhaton is tilukon gyud nato ang decimal value para makuha gyud nato ang pinaka-exact nga value sa atong quartiles without rounding up or rounding down. Now, para masabtan, let us have another example. This time, magamit na ta sa interpolation method. Okay, for example number 3, find the first quartile or Q1 of the following test scores of a random sample of 9 students in MAPI 10. So, nag-test sa MAPI 10, mauni ang score sa siyam ka estudyante, sample score. So, we have 32, 23, 26, 33, 30, 28, 28, kinupyahan na tingali nindo ay kaparehag score, gatapad pag yun. 25 and 27. Now, kinsa gani pakitaan nato dire? Quartile 1. So now, let's go to the solution. Okay. Arrange the data in ascending order. Kaya obviously, wala to siya naka-arrange ganina. So, kana nga numero, mamahimo na siyang... Okay, sorry, kalit. So, we have 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28, 30, 32, and 33. Since ang gipangita nato is ang quartile 1 man, so to find the quartile 1 position, use the formula Q1 equals 1/4 times n plus 1. Okay, so solving now. Okay, so we're going to use this formula again. Gibalik-balik ta na kaganina pa. So since there are 9 numbers in the set, therefore our n is equal to 9. So in this case, ilisda na to si n, isubstitute na to, ilisda na to og 9. And then we will add the two numbers, 9 plus 1, the result would be 10. And then after getting 10, ato siyang i-multiply sa 1. So mahimo ni siya diri karon nga 10 over 4. And then i-divide na to silang duha, the result would be 2.5. Karon, kung kaganina, nag-round up, round down ta, this time, dili na to siya i-round off because mag-interpolation man ta. So, unsa di buti pasabot ani interpolation day? Unsa di buhaton ani? So, this is how it goes. The quartile 1 is the 2.5th number in the set, which is somewhere between the second and the third data. Nganong nagkaingon tag second and third? It's because ang quartile 1 nato is nasa 2.5 nga position. So, since 2 ang iyang whole number, so of course, na siya sa tunga-tunga sa 2, and then ang sunod sa 2 is 3. So kanina ani siya sa tunga-tunga ni 2 ug ni 3. So sa second ug third nga data. Now, lantaw na tog balik ang data. So kani sila, kinsa may ikaduha ug ikatulo diha be? So we have the 25, the second, and 26, the third. Now, kay naa naman taan nilang duha ka number, buti pasabot ang value sa atong quartile 1 is naa sa tunga-tunga aning duha ka numero. So dili mo gamay ni 25, dili pod mo dako ni 26. Now, to solve using interpolation, this is what you're going to do. The quartile 1 is actually equal to the second number in a given set. Kay kaning anong second number siya? Kay mao maning whole number nga 2 diri karon. So ikaduha. So second number plus ang imuhang decimal value which is 0.5. So that's 0.5 times the difference of the third value minus the second value. Now, i-substitute nato ni tanan, mahimo ning okay, the second value is 25 plus 0.5 times the quantity of the third number which is 26 minus the second number which is 25. So i-subtract na to karon ang 26 og 25, the result would be 1. And then what are we going to do next? Unahon ba nila to nig plus dire or unahon na to nig multiply dire? Okay, so gamito na to ang PEMDAS. Of course, unahon na to ni silang duha dire. Now, i-multiply ang 0.5 og 1, the result would be of course 0.5. And then you're going to add the two numbers. 25 plus 0.5, the result would be 25.5. So therefore, our quartile 1 in its exact value, gigamitan na itong interpolation method, is 25.5. And obviously, tunga-tunga gid siya ni 25 o ni 26. So ingon ana ang pagkuha sa ato ang quartile for ungroup data kung interpolation method ang ato ang gamiton. Okay, nagets na? Kung wala, okay lang. Napatay second example. Sa interpolation. Example number 4 na ni, pero ikaduha ni siya sa interpolation. Okay, so it goes. Find the third quartile, or Q3, of the following test scores of a random sample of 10 students in English 10. So, ang English 10 teacher po nato ang test. So, mo ni ang score sa pulo kay estudyante. Okay, we have 40, 47, 45, 43, 30, 38, 43, 35, 33, 38. Wow, duko grado ay nagtuon tingali ni ay. Okay, solving now. Okay, arrange the data of course in ascending order. So mahimo na siyang 30, 33, 35, 38, 38, 40, 43, 43, 45, 47. Now, to find the quartile 3 position, use the formula. Quartile 3 is equal to 3/4 times n plus 1. Nganong 3/4 naman ni dire? It's because quartile 3 man itong gipangita. So kay 3 naman ang number sa subscript nimo, of course 3 po ng number nga naa sa imong numerator. Dili na to nakalimtan ha. Okay, now for the solution, okay, to find the value of the Q3, okay, we will substitute first the value of n. So since pulo man to sila kabata kaganina, therefore our n is equal to 10. So si n, substitute na to og 10. And then i-add. 10 plus 1 is 11. And then ang result ng 11, i-multiply na to sa numerator na 3. So it becomes 33. And then divided by 4, the result would be 8.25. Again, kay mag-interpolation man ta, dili nato ni i-round up or round down. In this case, dapat ma-round down ni siya kay 0.2. Pero dili nato nabuhaton kay mag-interpolation man ta. So now, this is how it goes. So, the quartile 3 is the 8.25th number in the set, which is somewhere between the 8th and the 9th data. So, kay 8.25 man, of course, ang whole number niya is 8. So meaning, ang quartile 3 is nasa tunga-tunga ni 8 ug ang sunod nga numero which is si 9. Karon, looking back at the arranged set of data, kinsa may ika-8 ug ika-9 dire? So we have 43 which is the 8th and 45 which is the 9th. Now, mag-interpolate na dayon ta using interpolation. The quartile 3 can be determined by, okay, si 8th data which is kani plus ang atuang decimal value which is 0.25 times the quantity of the 9th data minus the 8th data. Okay, and then substituting the values in this matawag naman ginato ni formula, so this will be the result. Our 8th data is 43, so mo ni siya dire, plus 0.25 times the quantity of the 9th number is 45, diara, minus the 8th number is 43, diara. So i-subtract silang duha. 45 minus 43 pila. Okay, so we have 2. And then again, dili na to ni i-plus daan, i-times na to ni siya daan because of PEMDAS. So 0.25 times 2, the result would be, of course, we have 0.5. And then i-add na to ni 43, the final result would be 43.5. So meaning, ang atong quartile 3 is 43.5, which is tunga-tunga ni 43 and 45. Dili siya exactly nga tunga-tunga, it's because kuan man, labang lang siya gamay ni 43, pero very less than 45. Karon kung nakabantay mo, 0.25 ang iyang decimal value. So di ba ang diferensya ni 43 og ni 45 is 2 points man. So pila may 0.25 nito, di ba? 0.5 pod o mo na nag-add kag 0.5 din ha. Okay po. Dili para libugon pa ta mo. So mao gina siya ang pag-identify sa atuang value sa quartiles for ungroup data kung magamit og interpolation method. So, that's it. So, that ends our tutorial for this video. I hope nga namoy nasabtan, bahalag medyo magbulol-bulol ko usahay, or say siguro nagkabali-bali ang akong istorya. So, hopefully nakatabang ni ninyo, binisaya na nato ni siyang explanation, and napay more videos to come. So, that's it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.